Hi YouTube, how are you? I'm doing all right. I had a pretty good day. I got some beef ready to make jerky tomorrow with salted it down the pieces and I'm making peppered jerky so it'll be black pepper and yeah, we got these sirloin tips, um 8 pounds of them for $2.25 a pound. We've got a little town by us called Ram. Both of us used to live there at different times, oddly enough, Doug and I. And, well, anyway, they have this little store that gets stuff from restaurants when they buy it in bulk. And then when it's almost outdated, well, we watch for like canned goods or jar stuff or frozen things. And then that type of thing, if it's like, oh, and they have fresh bread and, that type of thing. But they'll have like different things like olives on sale for like a big jar for $1 or, stuff like that. So you never know what it's called, Mike's. Never know what Mike's going to have down there. So it's kind of an adventure. I've actually never been there, so which is fine with me. I don't like that town. So there's a lot of evil spirit in that town, and another town that's south of me about 20 miles, and about 20 miles west of me is a place called Mora, and it's all descendants of mostly Norwegians, which were the Cain bloodline that ran there after they came out of China. So, and there's a lot of, almost died there. I lived there, but crazy, but true. um, just a certain vibe of different places I've been that were really dark, it's like just certain places. So, like or like an Indian burial ground or something that they built a city on top of is what it feels like in both places. Like there was mass slaughters all the way from one town down to the other, like about for 200 miles or something. I don't know, but it just the weirdest feeling in the world. So, and I'm probably right, but there's no documentation of it. So, yeah. And it wasn't just the white man either. It was like the Ojibwe, for instance, chased their cousins, the Sioux, all the way out into South Dakota and north up into Canada. And they were kind of descended from there anyway, but and started kind of up in Canada on the East Coast after they came up from South America and that traveled up and down and then came inland. I don't know why. Maybe they were chased. I don't know. But there really is not much documentation aside from the fact that they kept moving west into lands that other people didn't want. So they ended up living there, doing their best, that type of thing. So I just watched Jordan Sather. He had a thing about a guy that followed Q, indicating that Q followers are nuts. And I guess we'll each have our own opinion, but I saw correlating references to scripture that were correlating with my life in the Q report more than once. So that's what I get out of it. So, but anyway, this guy, this kid, 27, or young man, 27, um, stabbed his brother in the head with a 3-foot sword and said that he heard demons in his head. And there are people that are targeted electronically. Um, it's called um, head to skull, or what else did they say? Or voice to skull, and some kind of other. But if you are interested, he's got a report on this kid hearing demons, and so did the one that did one of them school shootings. Said the same thing, and there's certain individuals that they pressure and follow around, literally do stalk, hoping that they can make these people snap. And some of them are strong and are aware of it. But if they're injured and they're not aware of the true technology that exists out here, like the Richie's channels that have the tones, my suggestion is, for a second, when you don't even if it's music, if you hear something odd, turn it off for a minute and think about it. Maybe go back, but the second you feel odd, get out of there. I don't care if you're looking at something or you're hearing something. Even if somebody's preaching to you and it's funky, head out, think about it, ask God, and then go back, maybe check it out again. If you're still getting that icky feeling, stay gone, because they're shady. Well, I stopped watching Matt Rogers, and then I saw this one called Skywatchers, not Skywatcher Matt Rogers like it used to be. So I turned it on, and then I seen his logo coming up, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that was sneaky, because I wasn't going to listen to his subtones anymore in there that literally do try to like separate your mind, you know, and the high or the low, and different beats with music. It isn't necessarily the spells with the words that they're getting you with different electronic sounds. Um, and what a perfect venue with electronic music and all the like spaced out stuff. It'll sound like high tech, like um, apocalyptic type music, or spooky or eerie or even upbeat with different things. So just beware. Please beware. Like I say, Jordan Sather, um, I will put it in my liked stuff. I'll put it in, I have a file called Check This Out. I'll put it in Check This Out, and I'll put it in my liked. But it's called Q Believer Accused of Murdering Lizard Brother with a Sword. So, oh yeah. And he said that he thought the cops were lizards and all this stuff too. So, excuse me. So, yeah. And I personally know people that have snapped, and I happen to know, well, Satan's Satan. So, I mean, when people are snapping on each other in an evil, wicked way, it's not of God, obviously. So, that is the Luciferian net that we're living in. Which reminds me, I had somebody, I won't mention your name right now, but you have two J's in three of the names you use, and something about the queen bee being captured by the bees. And then you said something else to me in another little clip in my messages, and you wanted to talk about SJD. So I don't know what you're doing, but you can come over here on my channel and type to me what you were trying to say there, because if it's imperative, like life altering or life threatening, or um, talking like friends talk, But I don't know you. You say you watch me, but I don't have any idea of your personality, and I have no idea what you were trying to say there. So, and I typically don't talk on Messenger. I typically don't answer my phone, and I answer all my messages here, all of them. And I occasionally check my Facebook messages. My kids are on there, and kids' moms and um, sisters, nieces, nephews, stuff like that, everybody, but I don't really communicate like that. So either in person or through YouTube is all good with me. Unless it's like somebody to do with a court case or something, then I'll be talking on the phone, most likely. But until then, like I said, you come over here and tell me what you were saying there in them two little things because you weren't speaking up. So, um, yeah, sometimes I lose it. I got bad damage here and all over my face, and I actually had a stroke and couldn't talk for about 6 months. So I'm very fortunate, and I know how much God does heal us. With Jesus' help, He does help. That's another thing I was thinking. Okay, even if it was Spanish and it was Jesus, and it's not, you know, it's a J, but if there was no J, who was Joseph? You know, just wondering what people would say to that. Well, they would say probably it was with an H, right? Or there was no um J, so it'd be Osif, which is entirely possible. But I never did kind of buy all that anyway because uh I just never did. It just didn't seem that the names that were there um weren't accurate. Although a lot of the characters had been switched and used other names. So like Enoch, for instance, or Paul, Saul, Satan, Satan. Talk about the Enoch spirit, pot calling the kettle black. I heard somebody call Robin the Enoch spirit when that little dark baby is the one that carries all that. So, for his father. If anybody wants to know what I'm talking about, just write me, say what, and I'll write you about it briefly. Most of you probably know. Sadly. Well, let's see. It was still kind of cold today. It was a little bit above 20, but last time I checked, my weather on the phone said 6 below, and that was about an hour ago, so it's probably even colder right now. Then we're supposed to warm up again, so that'd be cool. Um, Well, Karen, happy birthday again. And it's my granddaughter Joya's birthday too. I don't know if she'll ever watch this, but happy birthday, Joya. Joya Lynn. um, she's 6. She's got grandma's eyes. think she's kind of got my personality too. Something's telling me. Well, I met her when she was tiny, but yeah. So that's really neat. And my oldest one, Brenya, she was oh, on the 5th, she was 12, if I'm not mistaken. So, and then there's Gwyneth and Evelyn, Evie, Evelyn. Oh yeah. And then my step grandboys, they just got through with their birthdays and they're young men now. They're not little boys anymore. Hi, both you, if you're watching. You're cute. Yeah, they're on my Facebook. I get to see them, what they're doing every once in a while, and pop in and say hi. You know, and the one is definitely God's kid and is extremely persecuted because he's sweet. So, yeah, sick. Yeah. Doesn't matter even if you're of that bad bloodline that finagled everything and bred everybody for a certain reason. If Christ comes through in you and they see, oh, there's a Jesus Christ lover there, from day one, you'll be tormented as much as you can be, and each person will play their own little part. Even if it's little, it could add to the big bunches and be too much for some people. You know, so you're literally, when you're cruel, participating in somebody's demise. You just keep that in mind. Bad ones, you. So that's not a joke. It's like if every person come by and just poked you once in the same spot, they'd poke a hole right through you. There would be nothing left of you. It's the same physical thing. In this world, the mental and the physical are combined. It's extremely important, you know. Yeah, I don't mean to snap on people, but, and I say my feelings don't get hurt, but okay, I guess that might be something that maybe I shouldn't say because, yes, it does. Then I get angry. I told you that before anyway, but yeah, anytime somebody's cruel to me, it's like, how can you do that? I just don't have that mindset. So then I get angry. First, I get sick at heart and then I get angry. And that's how I deal with it. So please, everybody, forgive my putting down another human being because it just doesn't feel right. But I'm not going to say I can't help myself. I did on purpose. Of course I did. I thought of what I was going to say and how I was going to say it. I didn't know I'd get back on and ask y'all to forgive me, but please do. And I was going to say, except for that fake haired thing, but no, even you. That's just the way it goes, isn't it? Yeah, Karen had Snicker bars today. Her stepdaughter brought her. There was one time, my cousin in law, my husband's cousin, and she looked kind of like you too. Her name was Sandy, is Sandy. Um, I never liked Snicker bars before, but she had like two packs or one. No, she had one pack of fun size, and then we went and got some more later. But her and I shared the whole bag, and then we had more later, and I did get kind of sick. But I had never liked them before, but they were so fresh and they were just good. And I think it's just what I needed that day, for some reason. But yeah, we had a good day. Um, First time I had ever met her, so yeah. But so yeah, can you imagine not liking Snickers? I didn't like them for like 20 years of my life, or at least 10. I don't know when they made them when I was about 20, but maybe for about 10 years, I'm thinking. Them and Kit Kats, never liked them, and then all of a sudden I did. I was more Mounds Bar and Nestle Crunch, which I still love Mounds a lot, but um, I don't know. Yeah, now I'm thinking Snicker bars, and then I think, oh, I used to love M&Ms, and now I'm thinking peanut M&Ms. I wish they would take that coating and shove it somewhere. Yeah, I wish they would take it and make it out of like natural things like blueberry or something to make the coating on there, the color. I know it's food coloring, but it's still not natural. And then they could take like them, oh, some company makes these like little fruity things with chocolate on it and stuff. They could make more stuff like that and actually make it like with dark chocolate so it's healthy and have like, or take a real blueberry or a raspberry and dunk them in chocolate, dry them and dunk them in chocolate. We had this trail mix that had chocolate coated soybeans, which I'm allergic to soy, but there was dried cranberries in there and mm, let me see, dried papayas and chocolate chips, and I think that was it. But it was really good. So that's something we got at Mike's for like $1 a pack. So yeah, really cool. That grocery store I was saying. So anyway, uh, well, I don't know. Let's see if I have anything else on my mind. Not sure. Let me check my notes. I don't think I wrote anything down really today at all. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That's probably about it for today. But yeah, really concerns me with that head to skull stuff because I'm not thinking so much through the speakers of the world and stuff, which is and devices and televisions and stuff, but literally and directly from these monsters on YouTube. So, um, and all over the place in society. I wouldn't even doubt like stores and stuff might have subtones now because if they're taking medication that will protect their ears, um, or they wear earplugs, or, all this is entirely possible. And I would watch out for it in life. So, as a matter of fact, I might just go into auto supply. Doug's got some, but I mean, I'll get some of my own. But they even have disposable earplugs. I might go and get some of them. They have different gauges of them. Oh, let's see where else. I'm sure you can order them online for Body Shop or any kind of, like when I worked in the sawmill, we were required to wear them. And so, yeah, they're a lot better than they used to be too. They're more comfortable. But I'm considering it. I might go to, if I can't watch something. I mean, the people that I eliminated today, the channels, there's one that is also a Richie that I'm leaving on there to see what he's doing. And I might put that on closed caption, and wear earplugs literally to keep on top of what these people are trying to pull. I still can't get over that human beings don't care about others. When they don't, it just doesn't sit with me. But I'm telling you, and people know this too. The day God says go with my spirit, my physical self will do nothing. But the day God lets my brain loose on these monsters, I'm going to fry them. I will unzip their brains and pour them out. All they'll have left is their heart. Well, pretty much, I think Satan unzipped their brains and poured them out already, come to think of it, along with their hearts. Maybe I gotta go around zipping them up. I don't know. I guess I'll know on that day. So, anybody feel zippity doo dah, zippity yay? Maybe that's what we'll be singing, all the warriors of God. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading our way. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Yeah, that's the song. I love y'all. I really do. I'm making some wonderful friends. Don't be shy to say hi to each other. And my friend over in the UK, how cool is that? Talking worldwide for real. So, well, I mean, like, don't be strangers. Get to know each other for real. There's like I have two Justins that are my friends, and my friend Justin that's been with me like forever, forever. Don't be shy about writing. I miss you. You know, I have a lot of good friends that would be more than happy to talk. Just some people are shy, you know, but there's no reason here because nobody's going to hurt you on my channel. We don't do that here, so yeah, just doesn't happen. So, okay, everybody, I love you so much, and one more happy birthday, Karen. I love you. Hug. I'd squeeze you, not hard, but squishy. I love you, my friend. Good night, everybody. Good day. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.